Good evening, everybody. This is the Dark Strategist, and today I'm going to be doing well, I'm going to call it a Let's Play in the title, but technically this really isn't going to be a Let's Play. Reason for that is there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to beat this game, especially with every single character now. What I'm going to do instead is that I'm going to at least try to beat the game with at least one character that I'm good with. And regardless of whether I win or lose or whatever, I'll just end it right there. And the remainder of the videos that I might put out for this is just basically just going to be random matches and stuff like that. Especially if it's something worth, if it's worth recording. Like if it's a really close match, you know what I mean? Then I'm posting that shit. Some of them I might commentate on, some of them I won't. But that's basically what's just going to happen from here on out. So, let me get started on the introduction and the overall summary of what this game is. So, the game that I'm going to be playing through right now is going to be called Arcana Heart. And it's an all-girl fighting game with an all-girl cast, as you can plainly see. Typically you got the anime stereotype shit going on right here. But looking past all that shit, the fighting system is actually pretty fucking decent. I liked it. I found it unique. And the reason why I'm going to be doing this game first is, well... one, because I like the game, and two, this game does have a bit of sentimental value, at least for me. The story with that is simply back in around 2005, going on 2006, right around the time that this game was coming out for the PS2, or at least when it was coming out towards the States. I went to a game store in my in my hometown of Chicago, and it was a game store called Game Crazy, because their prices were just fucking crazy as hell, and not in a good way either. So I went in there and I was looking for a specific game, and I forgot which one I was looking for. I think I might have been looking for Kingdom Hearts or something, but people who know me personally, they know that I grew up in a foster home and whatnot. And that I had 3 foster sisters who we had to babysit a lot. One of them passed away, and the one that passed away was actually the one that got me into this game in the first place. It was a really interesting story. So they didn't have the game that I wanted, and I ended up having that that rage that you get. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like sort of a buyer's rage or whatever. I don't know. But basically they didn't have the game that I want, and I got mad. And usually when I get mad about a game that's not there, and I usually just go on like a fucking spending spree of something that I do want, aside from what I really want. And in my rage, I ended up getting this game. Why? Well, one, because my late foster sister, she actually wanted to play it because it had a fucking girl on the front, and it had like a little pink up, like if you ever played Arcana Heart before, you know what the cover looks like. So me, I was like, oh hell no, I'm not buying this shit. Are you shitting me? Hell no. But I ended up buying it anyway because it was a fighting game, and I was like, okay, well fine, I'll buy it, and if it turns out to be fucking stupid, I'm returning it. So I bought the game, and I had buyer's remorse just by looking at it. And I'm like, oh man, this shit's gonna be gay as hell. So I played it, and I liked it. I liked it right off the gate. Well, at least when I was fighting and whatever. The story, it was meh. I didn't really care about that shit. But yeah, I ended up actually liking it. Me and my foster sister and my 2 other sisters, we had fun playing this, and we had a lot of good times and a lot of laughs and a lot of epic matches. Even though they didn't know how to play for shit, they somehow was able to fucking kick my ass in this damn game, and that's because of the battle system itself, which I'm gonna explain to you guys on on another part of the video. So, without further ado, we'll get started. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to let the intro play through. Why? Because one, I find the arcade version better, which I'm going to show you in the in the next part. So I'm going to skip past that shit. If you actually want to see the PS2 version of this opening, fine. It's not catchy at first. I'm going to let you know that, you know. But it grew on me, you know. So let's get started then. Yep. Let's save the data. And let's go. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna look at the settings. Put this on infinite. Yeah, everything else is good. Put the interface on full, and bam, there you go. I think this has autosave too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Alright, good. So before I get started, I'm going to show you guys the the arcade version, which I actually like better. You know, if you guys don't feel like watching this shit, you know, you could just skip over to where I actually play the game. But for those who are actually interested in the game and they want to, you know, they might buy it or download it on the emulator like I did, and you know, and all that shit, you know, fine. If you don't want to watch it, fine too. You know, there's no skin off my back. But I'll do this one. Alright, enjoy. Alright, and welcome back. That was the opening. A really proper way to introduce this this fighting game series here. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, I'm not going to do the story just yet. Oh no, I'm not going to do that shit just yet. Because one, well, I mean, I could, but there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to, you know, commentate and then show you guys, you know what I mean, the fighting, you know, the fighting system and whatnot. There's no way in hell I'm going to be doing it, because these chicks are going to kick my ass. And the final boss, holy shit. I mean, the final boss is so fucking cheap. I'd say that this bitch is worse than Gil from Third Strike, Street Fighter Third Strike. And for those who played that game, you know what I'm talking about. And I already know what you're thinking. Like, how the hell can he be? How the hell can this bitch be worse? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But so first, I'm gonna go to training mode so I can show you guys the battle system. And here's the character select screen. So basically, all the characters you see are pretty much the only ones that you can select, at least for now, because the other series, the second game and the third game, they have a bigger roster. So just keep that in mind. All right, we'll start with Saki here, and this is basically your Arcana select screen. Your Arcana are basically guardian spirits that have elemental affinities and whatnot. And the default for Saki is, of course, the Thunder one. So, of course, I'm going to choose the Thunder Guardian Spirit. Okay. So, who can I use as my punching bag here? How about you little brat? Normally, I wouldn't let this play through, but I'm going to let you guys see the versus screen here. Alright, and here we are. I'm going to pause this here. So, basically, this is the fight screen, right? We're going to go over the basics. Those who play fighting games, I ain't gotta explain shit to you guys. But, basically up here you got your life bar. Up here is your timer, which I set on infinite, not only for this, but also for the story mode as well, because I like my matches to last. And plus, I want to have a fighting chance, too. This right here is your victory counter, of course. And this right here is your interface. Now, basically what this is that if you set the interface on just the original Arcana Heart, then the interface of that character is simply going to be that of the arcade version, which a lot of people complain was unbalanced as hell. But the full version, of course, is another type of interface where the characters are more balanced, and I think there's like extra animation scenes or something like that. Basically, they just flow a lot better. Now, what the hell all that means, I don't fucking know. I tried to figure. When I first read that shit, I was like, huh? But that's basically what the hell it is. I kind of get what they're talking about, but at the same time, I don't. So if anybody in the comment section who played this game, millions of times before, know what I'm talking about, just explain, just go in the comment section down below and explain that to me. But all right, so we already got this shit out of the way. Now at the bottom here, you see these three lights right here? That is what is called your homing gauge, and basically what that's going to be used for, which I'm going to demonstrate here, is for flying. And not only for flying, but for dashing as well. So that's basically what it's used for, but it also carries a special function, which I'm going to demonstrate right here. So, like traditional fighting games, you'll have, your light punch, your medium punch, and of course your heavy punch, right? But in Arcana Heart, it's a bit different. If you played Street Fighter 5, well, not 5, but Street Fighter 4, then that attack that you do where you charge up and then you let loose like a heavy attack. It's basically that.